This is Gary Atensi with CNTV, and today we're in Colorado. I'm here with the Franchise Consulting Company. Since 2015, this partner with the world's leading franchise experts walks you through the process from inception to sale, economically and efficiently. I'm joined by Janice. Charles, thanks so much for joining us here today. Janice, let's start off a little bit about yourself. I mean, you were formally educated at CSU in sports science as well as business. You've worked with well-known companies in the past: McDonald's, Baskin-Robbins, TCBY, Mrs. Fields, and many more. You have been the president of your own marketing company. You have experienced the life of a franchisee, and now you're helping others basically through their journey to independence. You grew up really with a family that put business in your blood, I would have to say. Share with me how the passion for franchising began for you.
A lot of it is that I was raised in the franchising business, and I don't really know anything different. So that passion comes from my dad's strong work ethic and his desire to help people and be in business and do what's right for the community. So that's really all I know.
That's what you know. It was an easy transition for you to keep going in that direction. I mean, the dream to own your own company, control your financial destiny, work for yourself. Would you say that is still the American dream? And is that dream still alive and well?
I really think it is. I think people want to have control over their own lives, and franchising provides that opportunity. And especially in this day and age, I think a lot of times people are looking for additional income to supplement what they're doing. And franchisors are now providing those additional opportunities on a semi-absentee basis. So there's a lot of opportunity, especially when you're looking at an economy as to where we're kind of shifting at this point. Mm-hmm. It's even more important for people to control their own destiny so they feel like they're in charge of themselves.
Absolutely. I mean, in 2020, the work environment seems to change a little bit. Mm-hmm. We experienced the great walkout. People were forced to really stop and analyze their life. Did your organization see a surge in the sleeping entrepreneur in many people as they realized that they wanted more control?
We really did. And I think there's two types of people that are concerned and want to sit back and be conservative. And say, I'm going to wait to see where this goes. And then there's others that say, okay, now's the time. Let's take charge and go. And we really saw a very different kind of customer, as well as a different kind of business that people were buying. The type of business changed dramatically.
Really? That is interesting. I mean, a lot of changes you've probably seen just in the years you've done this. Businesses constantly evolving. I mean, the key to success really in business is the business model. How does franchising differ from simply starting your own company?
There are a lot of things with franchising that make it very, very simple for you. When you buy a franchise, you're buying the process. Okay. You're not buying sales, you're buying a proven process. Imagine, if you will, a ream of paper, and you buy that ream. That's a proven process. You have negotiated cost of goods or any kind of marketing, and you have all those efficiencies. And the wheel's already been invented. So you don't have to do it, and you have support behind you and people that sincerely invest and want you to succeed.
I mean, so if a standalone business out there has a successful model or a process, as you say, this plan can be duplicated. It can be shared with others by franchising. I imagine with the help of a professional like yourself, it can be kind of overwhelming to lay down that plan in detail. Is this where your company really comes in?
We really do. And there's so many people with fantastic businesses out there, and they always wonder, I wonder if I can franchise this. And when people typically call, my response is, I don't know, because I don't know enough about the business. But when you know that business very, very well, mm-hmm. as an individual, our job then is to come by your side and help you, sort of like a board member would, and really help you, to guide you. If you look at a bowling alley, we're kind of the bumpers that help you down that aisle to make sure that, or down the lane, to make sure that you're doing everything correctly and making the best decisions for your business.
That is interesting. I mean, the creation and birth of a franchise, are you able to help the business owner pretty early on determine if his business is franchisable, and what are you looking for?
We do, and it's something that we're very open and honest about, and that we are looking for partners in a long-term perspective. Okay. We want to make sure that not only are they taken care of from how do I franchise my business to potentially a private equity company coming in and say, we want to buy you out.
Wow.
So we literally help them from A to Z, no matter if it's how do I run payroll? Who do I talk to about financial analysis? How do I do an operations manual? What do I do for marketing? Do I need insurance? What does that need to be? So there's a lot of things that we want people to focus on growing their business as opposed to spinning their wheels trying to find the right resources.
That is interesting. I mean, are certain things a business is able to do as he's growing his business to get it ready to kind of meet that criteria that is required?
There really is, and it depends upon the type of business. A lot of times you'll want to see at least 2 to 3 years of track records in a P&L so you can understand what that business is doing as a potential investor. You want to see the success. And it's hard to invest in a franchise if you don't know what that success is.
Interesting. I mean, these soon-to-be entrepreneurs basically are seeking to be in business for themselves, but not by themselves. Is this what makes the franchise a great fit for many people?
I really think it is, because when you do a business, you want to succeed. And the support that a franchisor provides, you just can't measure that. And you can't find that anywhere else. If you look at what happened with COVID, there are a lot of businesses that unfortunately went out of business. Yeah. In the franchising business, yes, that did happen. However, there are many franchisors that stepped in and would not let their franchisees fail. So there's a big difference between support systems and not having a support system.
I mean, the franchise model really is a win-win for both parties. As we see successful franchises dominate entire regions, even across the entire nation, this mission is a combined effort with everyone involved. Do you think both sides enjoy being part of something bigger than just themselves?
I think initially it's very, very exciting. And we really want people to take the time to determine if a franchise is best for them through a pretty in-depth due diligence process. Ask every question you want to make the decision that you want to make. Run a pro forma P&L, run a business plan so you understand what you're getting into. And then also understanding the support that a franchisor provides. Where people run into trouble in franchising is a lot of times the franchisor will pull that support financially for them as an entity. And that's when franchisees start to fail, because that's why they bought a franchise, is for that support.
So ongoing. I mean, the entire franchise process, I mean, it's pretty complex. I imagine there's quite a learning curve, if
Yes.
you will. Is education ongoing because you're not only creating a franchise, but like you said, you're continuing to grow it. Is that important?
Absolutely is. And that's one of the things that we provide with all of our franchisors. We have a general business portal that provides them with classes in every aspect of business they could imagine before they even get to training. So that's something that my team and I do, just to make sure that we set people up to succeed and they have all of the basics of business knowledge.
I mean, so the successful system is built, the franchise is created. I mean, what really separates the standalone business from the franchise, let's face it, many times is marketing when it's all done. You've assisted in marketing for many brands, be it Coors, Taco Bell, McDonald's, Coke, Walmart, Sam's Club, too many to mention really that you've done in the past. Can marketing be a big part of what your team is able to help with?
Absolutely, because one of the things that I think that we're able to pinpoint in the failure of franchisors and franchisees is not identifying quick enough when a franchisee needs help. Okay. For example, we have our own financial process system right now that is going to look at 7 days into the month, 14 days in, 21 days in, and at the end of the month. So we make sure that we don't get to the end of the month and they say, I can't pay my bills. Marketing drives that process. So when you look at your P&Ls and you look at your pro formas, you know exactly what you need to do to hit your break even at the end of the month. And then as you're going through the month, you're provided with those marketing tools that allow you to do that. And with all of the local store marketing that I've done and all the regional and national marketing tools that we have available, it's really fun to watch how those work. And people are very grateful to have those resources.
So it's not only resources and tools, but it's timing.
Yes.
Timing is of the essence to make sure you catch things early enough so that those tools actually get a chance to work. Not only marketing the product or the services of a franchise business, but you're actually marketing the opportunity of the franchise. Where do these potential entrepreneurs find these opportunities? Your resources like the franchise journals, the expos, are these all areas that you're able to help with?
We really are. We're really the only company in the world that provides the franchising solution that really helps for that visibility. Okay. As a new franchisor, you want to make sure that when somebody sees your franchise, they have that instant brand recall, and that frequency is high enough. So when they think about it and maybe see it 6 months later or what time period, whatever that may be, they think, oh, I've seen that. And they may not be able to pinpoint where they saw it. When you increase the frequency of that repetition of seeing that brand, that really helps people to sell franchises.
You're basically putting it on the top of their mind. So when they realize it, no different than McDonald's is always out there as a brand. So when we are hungry, feel like a burger, we go. That is interesting. Many moving pieces out there when it comes to the franchise model. What makes your company really unique is that all these services are under one roof. I mean, so from inception to the sale, I mean, this is a one-stop shop when it comes to franchising.
It really is, and we take pride in the fact that we've built this company in the past 5 to 6 years specifically to provide this opportunity. Many times you'll have somebody that can do a franchise disclosure document, and then the franchisor asks, now what?
Now what?
So we help them through that process while at the same time building that recall of the brand and the name. So we really can help them through that entire process.
That is interesting. I mean, with your vast experience, you know both sides of the franchise model very well. You've seen the single business owner duplicate their vision and create residual income, not only for themselves, but to be even passed on to their kids. Your experience, you've experienced the potential entrepreneur is able to realize the American dream of owning their own business. You've been raised in the business, like you say, it's in your blood. As your father created the happy meal for kids, you're now creating a happy life for many of those who are grown up. These grown up kids are now business owners. Does this continue to be rewarding for you?
It is, because it's fun and I enjoy it. And again, it's not a job. It's simply helping people to do everything that they want and realize whatever they want on their own, and helping them to realize that and find that, which is probably the biggest key, is how do I find the right franchise? When we help walk them through that process, it then becomes very clear to them and very exciting.
That is interesting. Viewers, let's take a look at the bottom of the screen right there. What you're going to see is their website. On the website, you'll learn more about this company. Basically, whether you want to create a franchise or buy a franchise, you can do it all right here under one roof. They take you through the entire process, making sure they're not getting you heavily educated on the front end, but basically through the entire process, making sure that they're growing with your company and, like you said, taking care of any problems early on. You can set up a consultation, check out their blog right there as well, start a chat right on the website. Once again, that is the Franchise Consulting Company. She is the founder at yourfranchisesource.com. They're the world's leading franchise experts, walking you through the process from inception to the sale, economically and efficiently. This is Gary Atencio with CNTV. And if you don't know, now you know.